In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to clean a carburetor on a pit bike, but most likely it's going to be just a regular dirt bike. Most dirt bikes have about the same carburetor, it's just a different size for each one. And if your carburetor is different, comment below and tell me, and I'll make another video on how to clean that carburetor if you tell me. Now, what you're going to want to do is move all the hoses out of the way. So this is a airline hose right here. It should have a little filter on it. If your bike doesn't have that, it doesn't matter, it's fine. Most of these little crappy Chinese pit bikes have them. This is also going to be kind of an update video for this pit bike. I have the wheel on the back and everything. The only thing I need for it is to put on the rear brake and the rear disc, because I don't have the disc on there yet. I have the chain slack right. And I need the throttle twist tube because the throttle's stuck wide open right now, basically. So, oh yeah, so if your carburetor has this little thing right here on it, what you're going to want to do first is turn off your gas. So, mine on this bike is to the left. Ooh. Like that. Alright, and then you see this little thing right here. You're going to want to take that off. So just unscrew it. That's just the throttle cable where the needle sits. And I'm going to have to save mine. You're going to have to save yours too. So just grab that, and it's probably not going to come all the way off for you, but sorry. It's going to come all the way out for me because I have mine undone. So that's my throttle cable right there. Yours probably isn't going to come undone. It'll just hang. Make sure that you have all that there. That's strange. It looks as though... Oh, there it is. Okay, so you're going to have this, and it's going to be attached to this. Make sure you don't lose this thing. You're going to need it eventually. So, just have that still attached to the cable. You don't want to break that or anything. So it's going to be off right there. Then you're going to want to grab a wrench. Make sure it's the right size. For these bolts right here, for this one, and there's another one on the other side, I'll just unbolt this tubing really quickly. Or you know what, I'll just unbolt this whole thing. Now y'all can see that I have these bolts right here that you have to undo. So that's a lefty-loosey. So you're going to want to get it like that. And eventually you'll be able to get it with your hands. There's another one on this side. Just pop it loose. I've done this before already on this carburetor, so it's they're already kind of loose, so they're not gonna really, you're not gonna have to really pull too hard. What you want to do is, once they're undone, you want to lift up the carburetor and make sure you don't lose the gasket that's down there. See that gasket right there? Don't lose that unless you have a new one. You can make a new one too if you wanted to, but I'm gonna keep the same old one. Then you're gonna want to unbolt this right here. Some gas might come out, sorry about that. Oh, no gas came out, so we're safe. Alright. Oh, gas came out. Okay then. Alright, so that's the carburetor for you. I'll get back to you whenever I get to the actual cleaning process. Hey guys, here's your carburetor, and you're going to want to flip it upside down. Make sure you're somewhere dry or in the outside where you don't care about gas getting anywhere around here. So it's all the gas is gonna come out. I already did that. Then you see this nut or this screw and this screw. You just want to get a screwdriver and undo that. I already did that for the video. So it just unscrewed a little bit. And this is actually called the bowl, the actual carburetor float bowl. This thingy right here. And once you get both of those undone, you want to carefully lift it up. And you want to clean out the inside of this. What I suggest doing is just scrubbing it with a toothbrush, an old toothbrush. Don't lose those screws, by the way, because you're going to need them. You want to scrape that with a toothbrush. I'll get back to you whenever I get it all cleaned up. So once you get that all cleaned out, I already had mine cleaned out just for this video. You're going to want to pull, you see this thing right here, it moves up and down. You want to be careful with this and pop this little metal thing out right here. real carefully. There you go, it should come out like that. Don't lose that. And then this thing should come out. Be very careful because this thing on the bottom will come out with it. You want to make sure you do not lose that, whatever you do. And then you have all this in here, and you got some spare gas in here most likely. And make sure that's out of there. Then what I like to do is scrape that up, that whole area with a toothbrush. And then I'll show you what to do next. You're done scraping out the inside of this with a toothbrush. You're going to want to get a flathead screwdriver and get this needle right here. And make sure you do not, or if you line it up wrong, it's going to scrape it, or what's it called? Strip it. So sorry if the camera angle's a little crappy, but it's okay. So you're going to want to just push forward a little bit so it can't strip it. There you go, it should come undone. Just be careful with that. And then you want to do this one too. Just undo them with the screwdriver to where they're loose. And then you can twist them off with your fingers. So, this is the needle, or the jets, my bad. This is one of the jets. I think this is your main jet. And then I think this is your pilot jet right here, the smaller one. Or it's the other way around, I'm not sure. And so what you want to do is you want to clean these out. Good way to clean them out is get like a little pin and just poke it through the inside of that little hole. Another way to know if there's dirt in there, you just look through it. But I can see there actually is a piece of dirt in there. What I like to do is I like to just put my mouth on it and blow. Sometimes it tastes kind of like gas, but it's alright. Alright, that cleaned out that one. You can't really see the hole, but there's a hole in there. This one I can see the hole clearly. So once you do that, you basically just want to screw it back in. Not too tight, but tight enough. Just get it to the point to where it's snug, because if it's too tight, it's gonna cause problems. So so like I said, just snug. Also to cause problems. There we go. So it should look like that, but a lot cleaner. I didn't clean mine out just for the video. Next, what I suggest doing is, if you have an air filter like this, I suggest taking it off. But the way you would do that is you'd see the flathead screwdriver screw hole. You just unscrew that. 1 second. You just unscrew that. And then it should just pop right off like that. So then you can go over to your what's it called? Just go wash it off really quickly with an air duster or something, and then you want to pour some oil on it. So I'll show you what to do with the oil. Basically what you want to do is just put some oil on it and just rub it in. You can see it's kind of moist, and what that does is it just stops the smaller particles from getting in. It just stops it at the oil. So you just want to put that back on there. Back to you in a second. Or actually, you know what? Here. You just want to pop that back on there, and then tighten it back up. Get it to the point to where it's tight enough so it's not gonna come off, but you don't want it to be too tight. You're basically doing a reverse process of putting this back on. So what you want to do is you want to get the little so you want to get this little thing, the little pin, slide it back onto here. And now what you want to do is you want to make sure that you line this up with the hole, the biggest hole, and just stick it in there like that, so that that little thing is stuck in there like that. And then you want to line up this hole, this one right here, with your little metal little metal thing and just slide that thing right in there so that it fits like that until it's about even, and it should be on there pretty good. It should be a little springy like that. The whole thing should be a little springy, just a little bit. So what I suggest doing is just wiping that thing off. Then what you want to do is you want to get your bowl, your float bowl, and put it on there the easiest way. So mine, just remember how you had it. So mine was like that, I think. Who cares? Actually, so make sure you didn't mess that up. Put that back on there like that, and get your little screws that you had. Make sure none of the stuff that you tighten on here is super tight, because you don't want it to be tight, because when you want it to be somewhat tight, just tight enough to where it's in, just not super tight, because you're going to want to take it apart another day. So then you're going to want to tighten these up, and I'll get back to you when I'm done. So that's all basically cleaning a carburetor. Then you can always just frisk off that with a toothbrush, and yeah. So basically putting it back on is pretty simple. It's gonna be a hassle for me to record putting it back on. Sorry you guys for that, but I can't record that. It's too hard for me to do that while I'm holding the camera. So that's basically it on how to clean a carburetor. Check out my other videos and subscribe. See ya.